Nthefastlane here. In this video, working on my buddy Brian's K20 turbo, we're going to pull out his stock valve springs and put in Supertech valve springs. Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to do is loosen the timing tensioner. It's right down here on the K20. It's just two 10mm bolts and it'll pop out. And obviously, in order to compress it,
you got to push it back and put.
You got to push it back and then put some kind of pin in it. You can use pretty much anything, maybe a paper clip. And then it'll lock it in so you can assemble it back in there real smoothly. Now once you're done with that, the chain's going to loosen up. You're going to take off your timing chain, which is right here, and then you're going to be able to take all the cam caps off and pull the cams out. Then after that, once you get the cams out, you're going to tap with a rubber mallet or something on top of the valve keepers right here. There's little valve keepers inside here on the valve stems. Just tap on all of them so you can break the keepers loose. And then we got a tool right here. Who's it made by? Euro Export right here. It bolts to the head and then you screw it tight and it pushes down on this, and you got a little window right here where when it compresses it, you can get a little magnet or whatever and pull the keepers out, then back it out and the valve springs will come out. Now before all that's done, you want to set each piston to top dead center. Cylinder 1 right here. So we got cylinder 1. So you get your piston, put the extension, a long extension there, turn it till it gets all the way to the top. In case you drop your valve stems, they land on the piston and don't fall all the way down to the block, because if your pistons were all the way down to the bottom and you happen to bump it and smack them down, you'll have to pull the whole head off. So make sure your piston's up and use this tool. So we're going to show you a step. He's already got all of the intake done, right?
Yep. All
the intake are already done. So now he's working on the exhaust side. So we're going to show you the exhaust side. You can work on both intake and exhaust at the same time. This doesn't really require air as long as you don't push those valve stems down, or the valves. The valve stem seals on this build is so fresh that it actually holds the valves up. So it's a pretty tight seal. So we're going to do one for you and show you how it's done. We got our tool on here mounted on the head. Two bolts are torqued down, just hand tight. You put this little mechanism, it's a little spring compressor or whatever, it allows you to get the keepers out. Then you tighten it down like this, and there's a little bezel, little groove cut out so it lines up. And then he's going to go ahead and tighten this down. Now make sure, we already tapped it with a hammer. You just want to tap the tops so it loosens up these little keepers. So we're going to go ahead right now, he's going to tighten this up and it's going to compress the spring all the way down until the keepers are loose, and then we're going to pull them out with a little magnet. Sometimes you don't even have to do that. So he's going to grab the tip of the valve, or valve stem, and he's going to pull it up. There we go. There we go. Now if you use compressed air, it'll stay up. So that's one plus of having compressed air. It'll keep the valve up so you don't got to pull it up. So now he's going to get his magnet and he's going to lock onto these little keepers. He's got one right now. And then he's got the other one. Now you want to save these and set them aside. We're going to use grease later on them so it sticks to the screwdriver and we can set them back in there. So he's hitting them up with a little bit of brake cleaner. So the next step is we're going to loosen this compressor. And with this tool, when you back it all the way out, you kind of have to take it off of the head itself. It's just the way it's designed. It kind of butts up right now. See, it's buttoned up and you can't quite get it out of there. So now we got that. There's the wrench over there. You take your 13 and you're going to zip it off evenly, go back and forth. So now that we got that, we can sneak out with a little retainer right here, little socket. There we go. And he just pulled out it, and now we're going to go ahead and take the whole spring out. There's a center spring also he's going to pull out. Then you just want to grab your valve, make sure it's all the way up, pull up on it, and now it's ready for the new Supertech valve spring. So here's the new Supertech valve spring and retaining cap. They're titanium retainers, the caps on them. Much stronger than the factory ones. So now he's putting in the socket, open end socket. And when you compress it, you gotta be careful because you want it to line up with the valve stem. You don't want to push the valve all the way down. So make sure the valve's showing through the hole in the retainer cap. So you just want to get them snug. So when we compress it, you're going to see the stem come all the way through. Once we get the stem up just a little bit, we're going to put the keepers in. Alright, now he's getting some grease, and we're going to put it on the keeper. So he's just tapping it on there. That's just so that it'll stick to the screwdriver. He's going to do that to both of them. We're getting ready to put the keeper in, and he's just going to put it in the groove right here. It's already in there, you can see it, and the grease is letting it stick to it. He's getting the second one right now, and we're going to put it on the other side of the other keeper. And there's a little trick to it. When you're releasing the spring compressor or the spring, you have to hold on one of the keepers because they don't line up properly
at an angle.
Yeah, at an angle. So alright, he's got that second one on there. Now he's getting ready to unscrew it, and you'll see what we're talking about. He's going to hold on one of the keepers. Hold on. He's going to slowly loosen it. It's not catching. Alright. Sometimes they won't catch, so you got to go back down again. There you go. There it is. And then you just release it all the way, and it'll lock it in, and you're good to go. You do this for both intake and exhaust. Make sure you have your pistons up, so in case the valves fall down, they won't fall all the way down into the cylinder. And that's how you change out your springs on a K20. After you're done putting your keepers in, you just want to kind of tap it with a hammer, make sure the keepers don't come off the valve stem. So you're just going to tap it like this on the retainer, and that's pretty much it. Now you know they're on there and they're not going to come off. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead, comment, like, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my Facebook page, website, and Android app. All that can be found on my YouTube channel in the About Me section. I'm Nthefastlane, and I'll see you guys next time.